So, all set for the run now.
Workout started. GPS on.
Yep, can't quite hear her, so that's about right. So I put the phone back in its pouch.
Workout resumed.
I have my keys jingling in my pocket now. Let me just shift it to another pocket, further away from my chest. As I say, I'm going to have to gauge this by feel. That's the disadvantage of having this system of recording. Coming up on King's Pond, first of all. Just about hear the ducks. Morning. And up I go. Couple of Chinese gents. I'm so familiar with this run that I know exactly where I'll be taking my walk breaks. This is the first one. And I've got some downhill, and then there'll be another one in about a minute. I'm wearing my new road shoes. This is not very technical. It's just basically gravel and dirt. But this is the pedestrian loop. The golf course has its own network of trails for the golf carts. But the pedestrians are kept on the outside, all the way around. Up I go again, as I reach for my camera. And zoom in a little bit, just to get the flag. The flag on the green. I'm going to spend most of this run thinking about the title. Oh, squirrel just jumped over my head from one side of the trail to the other, from one branch to another.
Time 4 minutes. Distance 0.51 kilometers. Average heart rate 86. Workout average pace 7 minutes 48 seconds per kilometer.
Hi. Somebody else running and chatting to a friend. I'm chatting to lots of friends. I hope. So 2 podcasts I listened to this morning. One was JD, and the other one was an interview that I edited for Chris Russell, the After the Apocalypse edit. Which reminds me, I still haven't heard episode 20, season 2. And I think that's the end of season 2.
Workout average pace 7 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer.
I just caught not a glimpse, just caught the edge of Samantha there, but not loud enough to know what she was saying. Off I go again. Hi. This is ideal running conditions before 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And up we go again. Yeah, 7:42 from my new smartwatch. I'm really liking it, actually. Excuse me. It's nice to be able to control my phone, especially when it's inside the pouch. Don't have to take it out. I'm not even sure if I can't control the recording aspect. I'll have to try that another day. See if I can pause it from my wrist. And down. Thank you. Some early morning walkers today. I think one thing we've all learned from this pandemic is the quality of life, the exercise, the quality of being outside. I'm not kidding you, pretty much from the very beginning. The only place I ever went inside for the first 2 years was Fairways supermarket. That was the only indoor place that I frequented. Having received my booster shot now, 4 COVID vaccinations have gone into my arm. Fortunately, I'm not too prone to hay fever, not like poor old JD suffering from the pollen and all the rest of the irritants in the air. All right, some more running. Pretty soon I'll be at the top of the $1 million view. I will not take out my phone this time. I'll leave it where it is, nice and quiet, tucked inside my shirt. Hi. So I hope the first part of the recording comes out okay. The session that I did on my e-bike, I don't see why it shouldn't. Ever since Norma fixed my pouch, she's shortened the strap, so now it doesn't hit my waistband. There is a nice view of the Olympics today, so I will take a photograph of the Olympic mountains. steep hill. Proceed with caution.
Time 10 minutes. Distance 1.34
Steep
kilometers.
hill
Average
down.
heart rate 89. Workout average pace 7 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
Yep. Beautiful view. This camera will do it justice. Got it. As I put the camera away again, heading down the $1 million hill. I'm having to put the brakes on here. This is where the new shoes come in handy. Nice, soft padding. Eventually the shoe gets flattened out. It's a bit like memory foam. Eventually it gets to remember how it feels when it's flat. It doesn't spring back like it does now. Past the water feature and up again. I'm now on gravel, chipped gravel. Pretty soon I'll be back on wood chip. Last little push until it gets to be a little bit anaerobic, like roundabout here. Did you hear that red-winged blackbird? They're the loudest of birds. Norma was talking to me this morning about the pesticides. I think the actual brand name is Roundup, but basically it's killing the insects. And it's getting into our food supply, because the farmers are spraying their version of Roundup wholesale over their crop. Keeps the bugs down, and it also helps the drying of the seed, the oats and the wheat. But it has been proven to not be good for the human. So what's good for the farmer is not necessarily good for the consumer. I trust I'm not getting into zone 5 too much today. This run should take me 3/8, 24 minutes plus, about 25 minutes. I think it's 3.6 all the way around. But I'm probably running faster than 8-minute pace. It's a convenient distance, 3.6, because it normally means that if I do a full-time, real-time recording, it still comes in under the hour, under the half hour, I should say. As I flash past the earth drums. I won't bang them today. So the rain that started a little bit when I was riding hasn't materialized. It's that kind of weather now. Sporadic drizzle, depending on the direction of the wind. Hi. Time for a little walk break. I'm now behind the rec center. This is where, if I needed Wi-Fi, I could pick it up. If I wanted to post my show as is, I could do so from here. It's quite a fast Wi-Fi connection. You can hear the fan at the top of the tennis pavilion. There's a big hangar-sized building attached to the side of the Cedar Hill Rec Center there, where they play indoor tennis. And I believe they play pickleball in there as well. I'm not sure about that, because they do have gymnasii inside the rec center. Some guy coming down here on a mobility scooter. I hope he doesn't lose his balance. I'll let him go through. Hello. That looks like fun. Both him and his dog were smiling away. Up I go. This is always a traditional hike for me. As I take another photograph, see if I can catch him before he disappears into the woods. Got him. Just in time. Alright. Now, even though I stopped for probably 20 seconds there, my voice recorder is still rolling, even though Samantha has stopped counting for a little while. I have to bear that in mind. Even if the run is 25 minutes long, the audio will probably be 32 minutes long. I'm debating whether to piece them together, the ride and the run, or just to post them separately. I might piece them together for a deep dive episode. Deep dives tend to be quite popular these days, but not the super deep dive, not like the 2 hours of audio. Hi. Yeah, all the keeners are out at the moment. The good runners. Take another photograph here of the signage. Got it. So put the camera away, and off I go again. Past the Vanilla Ice Cream House. This section is the only part with asphalt. This is how you can get from the gate to the back of the rec center Actually, it's to the Saanich Volunteers building. The gate is open. You can't see this, but there is a post on my left where I'll break back into a hike. Round about here.
Time 20 minutes. Distance 250 kilometers. Average heart rate
Beautiful
127.
temperature.
Workout average pace 7
Probably
minutes
17 Celsius.
Time for hydration.
As I push on up the hill, I can tell that I'm semi-anaerobic, so it's probably zone 4. As it begins to level off, I've regained all the altitude that I lost coming down the big hill. I'm now on the other side of the golf course, on the flat. I will put some music with this one. I found that with the full-time, real-time, if I'm not talking all the time, it gets kind of boring. So a little bit of music is always handy when I run out of things to say. Some very nice little bush flowers here. No idea what they're called. It's nice to see the catalpa trees have finally got some leaves on them. It's been a weird year for trees, that's for sure. Alright. So this is the Derby Road crossing. This leads to the clubhouse at the golf course. I hope you're all enjoying your spring training, soon to be summer training. Father's Day today. But we've been out quite a lot recently. Firstly, there was C2's birthday on May the 31st. And then there's Zaran, my younger son. His birthday was on the 17th. We went out yesterday and had a very nice meal at the 5th Street Bar and Grill. It was good. I had moule marinière, which are mussels cooked in butter with garlic, parsley, and a bit of cilantro. And then they finish it off after the mussels have steamed for about a minute. They finish it off with whipping cream, unwhipped, just poured in to make a sauce. Quite delicious it was, actually. The danger with mussels and sauce is that occasionally the mussels are very salty and they spoil any attempt at making a sauce because it starts off salty. risk adding any additional seasoning. What happens in some supermarkets, they keep the mussels in a bag in an aquarium with salt water. So if the mussels are fresh and unopened, each one of them has a teaspoon of salt water. Hello. The best thing to do with those kind of mussels is to leave them to open a bit, and that gets rid of the salt water that's inside them. Because nowadays they have a pretty good product. I'm not sure if it's local or from the Maritimes. I think PEI is a big producer of mussels, and because they're an expensive commodity, they can afford to fly the mussels in on a regular basis. It's a 4-hour flight or so, maybe a little longer to BC. But that's the direction when you fly that you lose time. You're running, the earth is spinning, driving, you're flying towards the rotation. I think that's how it works. Hello. Running behind. Hi, dog. Hello. I'm going to take one more photograph in a few seconds at the end of my run. I can feel the phone bouncing around a little bit under my shirt, but it's so much better since the strap was shortened. It's now right on my breastbone.
Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 7 minutes 59 seconds per kilometer.
Just chasing a robin. Got him. As I put my camera away for the last time. Go on.
Well, they do. There's usually only one.
Hi.
One is two.
Last push to the bike. Cycling is not permitted on this golf course trail. It's all very well organized. Carts to the left, trail to the right. No smoking of any kind, and no bicycles of any kind. As I get to the end of my run, I fish for my phone and stop my app. "29 minutes total time." Workout stopped. Save. And I say bye-bye to you. from the Gulf Coast. Bye-bye, everybody.